You know, I have like a really guilty conscience, and it's not on purpose. It's just because I always feel like if I'm being lazy, which I try as hard possible not to be, that I could be doing more. If I don't get up early enough in the morning, I feel like I'm cheating myself, you know? And as unhealthy as it may sound, it's actually really healthy because it's actually part of what gives me my drive. Like, I always feel like I have less time and less time. And that's why I try to not ever waste it. And that's why I literally I've said this like 100 times plus. I have my alarm set even on the weekends for 4 in the morning. Because if it was 8 o'clock in the morning, I feel like I got a great night's rest. That's 4 hours of the race that I could have used to get ahead of others, my future competitors and current day people, right? Um, I told someone the other day that I might not be the fastest or the strongest or the whatever, right? But if I had a superpower, it would be my unorthodox creative ideas. And you ever done that thing where it's like you've seen people standing in a line in like a grocery store or whatever, right? And maybe there's one aisle where nobody's in, but for some reason actually did a study one time where they showed um, it was like five different lines, and there was like a teller at each register. But for some reason, um, one of the tellers, no one was there. And long story short, people felt more psychologically inclined to go to the teller or that had people in it, as though it didn't. And it's just a weird thing. I mean, they've done a lot of studies like this where they'll have people actually sitting in a room and someone that's not a part of the study, they'll have like five people that are kind of in on the study that already know what they're going to do. And they'll have like 20 chairs. And when the first guy enters, it's like the person that's not in on the experiment, right? It's like they're participating in it, but they don't really know like the interworkings of it, right? They come in and everybody stands up and they don't really know why they're standing up, okay? And they sit down, and then when the next person enters, all five people stand up. And then that person that just sat down, they feel inclined they should stand because for some reason everybody else is. They don't really know why. And the more and more people that start to follow the leader, the more inclined the next person starts to learn. When they come in a room, everybody stands. Okay. And they repeat this over and over. And it's really fascinating. My point is this: that won't get you anywhere in life. Um, and to me, that's just more than my opinion. That's just my hard core belief. Um, and instead of following what other people do that has been successful, the only way to really be successful in life is making your own route, making your own steps. Um, and that it's always a challenge, but it's like getting a shortcut in life, finding your own way to get something done. There's a group called Wu-Tang Clan, and I love them. They are great. They literally held hostage a radio station, okay, just to have their music played. And the only reason they didn't go to jail because they were talented enough that the radio station actually liked their music, right? So I'm not saying I'm going to hold somebody hostage. It's right. But what I am saying is that the only way to really get ahead in life, and um, if you really want an edge, it's not to it's not to follow and do what everyone else is doing. It's to do your own thing. And I don't like to reveal my secrets and say what I do, but a basic blueprint is doing your own thing and not doing it the way that other people do. So um, it's hard sometimes giving good examples without giving a lot of detail, but I just wanted to get this off and just say this out loud because um, it's 9 o'clock at night and I want to go to bed, but I have so many ideas and I have to strategize new ways to meet people, new ways to get known and to get discovered, and to really start to sell out comedy clubs because the only way I can actually get to the next step is to be known. But how do I get known? How do I get discovered? How do I continue to be seen by the masses more and more? Well, there's some basic formulas. Some people say, oh, you just got to meet the right person. Okay, maybe that's true. Networking, that is one way, but there's a lot of other ways. And it's my job as the artist to be my promoter, to be my marketer, and to figure out how I can get known. So I'm not going to bed right now, and I am going to be getting up early so that I can continue. I've thought a lot of great ideas recently, but you have to continue, not just me as a comedian, um, but also in general, out of everything else that I do, provided I'm passionate about it, first and foremost, I got to figure out how to get ahead of others because I'm not famous right now, right? I don't have the networks, I don't have the hookups, and I'm trying to be the best version of other people, a better version of other people that have done it with help. Now, help is always good, but the one that you should always help the most is yourself. And you can do that by being creative and unorthodox, kind of like guerrilla warfare, right? You might not have the big, strong machines, but you might be smaller, more mobile, right? Or vice versa. You might not be small, more mobile, but you can use your strengths of being bigger and stronger to slow down somebody. So, um, anyway, I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of your night. I really appreciate you just letting me air out my thoughts and just hearing them with me because I have so much good, exciting stuff going on. And after I reveal them, after I do them, then I will tell you what I did, not in the inner not in the inner workings before it, because I don't want anybody to steal my thunder. I gotta show that lightning first. All right, guys, you have a beautiful day. I'm Binge Well Done. Check me out. Peace.